So here we are for another edition of Multi-Influencer Pro. So we can talk about anything tonight. We have kind of some topics we thought we would cover. We want to get a little more into like actually showing you guys how we're doing things like with the product and that kind of thing. We thought that might be beneficial, but if you guys have questions, um, or anything, please, please let us know. We'll definitely address those questions. Guys,
Yeah, so me and Tracy were kind of talking earlier. We are thinking like what would be some good topics to go over, and I think we came up with three pretty good ones. First, yeah, three of them. So it's going to be brand outreach, right? The whole process of like A to Z on steps to actually get to the brand, and then also further in actually sending out the messages, and then we're going to go over a little bit about how to utilize the power search, which is actually finding the products. I guess that's kind of we should probably do that one first and then go into the outreach. And then I was going to go over a topic of kind of making the videos as well as like a brief tutorial on how to do like basic editing. Even though I think it's best to not really do any. Sometimes we're not all that perfect, and so I think a basic editing tutorial would be helpful for some. Um, and Nate might be able to pick up on one of these. I don't know where you wanna which one you want to do. I didn't know if you were going to come here. We weren't in touch with you earlier, so I was like, I don't want to like bind him into this contract.
No, I'm happy to help wherever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Maybe you could do an actual real life not tutorial, but actual review. And then
Yeah.
I'll go into like the editing part of it. I'm just going to join in from another phone of mine, and then
hmm
we can do some stuff like that. So,
Yeah, I'm
but
gonna grab some stuff and then I'll be back.
sweet. Yeah.
cool.
So, and this doesn't have to be anything fancy. Everybody's just here to hang out. I don't want this to be like, salesy or anything like that. Let's just go right into how to actually use this stuff and make things happen.
Okay.
Tracy, you want to take it over?
Yeah, let me share my screen. Share my screen. Boop. Okay. Boop. All right, can you guys see that?
Yep.
Okay, I gotta minimize everybody so just so that I can see my entire screen. I did do a YouTube video on this to a degree. So that is on the how I use MSP page in the underneath me on my YouTube page. But I thought um, we probably should talk like once you get into creator connections, which should happen pretty quickly after you do your first three videos. Just start recording videos. Once you make a sale, I believe is when they then open up creator connections to you. And in creator connections, you're just going to see, all kinds of products. Like I've been trying to get one of these red light therapy masks for a very, very long time. And
Tell
so
them what you really got, though.
that's not what I got. I got some stupid costume. I didn't order it. My son ordered it. And then he was like, "You do the video," and I'm like, "I am not doing the video on that." Some granny wearing a like robot mask, like
Real quick, before you go too much further, you said that you got into creator connections quick.
yeah,
Everybody's definition of quick is going to be different. How
yeah,
quick was it?
like 3 days.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So, and
So
that's
so
where all the magic happens is creator
what I've
connections. So,
heard is it's once you like make your first sale is when they open it up. So like the more videos, like once you get your first three videos approved, then you just start cranking through the stuff in your house, which is exactly what I did.
yeah.
I told you guys this story. I went into my bathroom, which I remodeled my entire house when I moved in to this house. And so I just started with there's the bathtub, film the bathtub. There's the faucet for the bathtub, fill that. There's the tile around the bathtub, film that. There's the bidet toilet, film that. There's the trash can, film that. Like it was like literally every single item I just started filming. And so once we had a sale, Creator Connections opened up like within 3 days. But then I was really kind of like, I didn't know how to like proceed. So I didn't have any tools at that point. And I just like was a little bit like floundering around with like, what do I do? And like, how do Brian and Nate talk about getting free product. I'm like, how do you get free product? So I'll show you a couple. I'll show you like a one-off method. So like let's just take this red therapy mask. Like, ooh, I really would like that. That would be great. So if I click,
Tracy, your stuff, your MIP stuff's not loading.
oh, dang it. Hang on a second. And now my Zoom toolbar is in the wrong place. Okay, hang on. Well, I got it right here
Yeah, but
down
it's not on the.
below. Hang on a second. Helps if you're on the right thing. So let
Oh,
me just
oh,
point
there
this
you go.
out. Yes. So when you're in Critic Connections, there's these two tabs. Sometimes they're stacked on top of each other. It depends on your screen resolution. This tab is for like pay per click, basically, earnings per click. That is not where you want to be to request free products. You want to be on this affiliate plus campaigns page. So the campaigns are where um, you can request product and everything. So we'll look for a red therapy mask here in a little bit. So you can see like here's this shark product that has a Prime Day campaign. Obviously, it'd be too late for me to request that and like take part in the Prime Day campaign. It wouldn't be too late for me to record a video right now if I own this though and get that posted. And I don't know that Shark is going to send me a product. I can always ask. I don't ever mind asking. Sometimes they ignore me. Sometimes they say no. It is what it is.
I
Um,
Fun
think for everybody,
story.
you should just be sending to everybody though.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Fun story about Shark. We have received multiple free things from them, but
Mhm.
long before we were doing AIP, we got these because we were flipping a sort of semi-viral, like purple shag carpet house. And so they
Yes.
sent us a bunch of vacuums, and we were like vacuuming the wall because we had carpet all the way up the walls.
Yes. I love that house, but yeah, that was fun. That's cool. Getting some free stuff that way. All right, so if you see a singular product with Multi-Influencer Pro, you're going to see this blue bar that says send message. Also, if you click and open the product up, you'll see that same send message up here at the top. So this allows me to kind of look and see like what are the dates for the campaign? What's the commission rate? 30%. That's amazing. What products do they have to request? Looks like this is the one that they had out here that we were looking at. And
Just
so,
real quick on that part, Tracy. So like this is a campaign, and in the campaign, they can have multiple different products, sometimes hundreds of products per
mhm.
campaign. And so that's kind of like the difference between just like requesting the product or selecting a campaign and seeing what they have in the campaign.
Yeah. Um, the other thing out here is you can see the information about this product. Like there's already 19 influencers on this that's pretty high. But if they're gonna send me something free and it's paying 30% and it's priced at $40, that's $12 every time it sells. So even if I'm not in the carousel like a ton. I can still make money off of this. And I could probably spend some time like even looking at the videos in the carousel to kind of say like, "Ooh, do I think I can make a better video because that's all what it's about, kind of thing." But anyway, all I have to do is click this blue button. Now before I click this, I haven't clicked one since this morning. This morning it was glitching and there was an issue and Ito's out, so he hasn't been able to fix it. I don't think so. We're going to see. So if I click on this button, it should open up my chat window here. And then if I click send message with MIP, yeah, it's glitched right now. So there's a template I have that's like the first contact, and we should just be able to click and it would send that. But it's having an issue right now, and yeah, we just once I reported it, Ito was already out, so he hasn't had a chance to fix it yet. But that's really all you do to request the product. Now, you're going to want to go in and make sure you do have templates in here. So, like my initial outreach template just is, like, hello, we're a mother and son creator team, da 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 da. And then you put in these little fields that populate. So, we have the ASIN and the product name here. And then we'd like to partner with you in your campaign with the campaign ID and campaign name. And then, hey, you can find our storefront here, and we give them a link to that. We tell them, hey, we post on YouTube. We give them a link to that. We give them our address for samples, blah, blah, blah. And then that way I don't have to type that every time. It just plugs in the information for that particular campaign when I do that. And then let me cancel out of that. And then you also have these follow-up templates that you can create. So like we have one with our address because even though we include it, people will be like, "Can you send us your address?" So instead of typing it again, I just have our address in that template and I can click one button and send it. They ask us for our, other external links. So I have that in a follow-up. And you'll see those down here. So like if I click address, like it just pops up right in there and then I can send it. So that just makes it like time efficient. I guess I would say like the workflow and everything goes really, really fast. So that's if you want to do a single product, but we don't want to do single products because we want to be time efficient with our time. And so that's when the power search up here really comes into play. So,
Real quick before you go into that, Tracy, are
mhm.
you able to open one message that's been sent before of yours? I want to show you something. So you see just your main message right there that gets sent out. So you see how it's all clumped together right there? See how it's all clumped in one paragraph, basically? If you go into your template, if you go, so you see how it's all just in one
Yeah.
combined
Mhm.
paragraph. If you can break that up so that it sends in like sentence form, like so like the way you have it typed in your other paragraph, you can make it break up like that. So if you go back to the template real quick.
Yeah. Okay, hang on.
Yep. All right, and then go to manage. Yep, and then edit. So right below it, it says add another message. You would click that. Put your so you have like your hello blah blah blah. So like each one of your lines, you can put that into a new message, and then what it'll do is it'll send message one, pause, send message two, pause. So it's much more. It'll look exactly like you have it messaged out right here. You don't have to do this right now, but just
Oh,
to kind of explain it
too
to
late.
everybody as to how you can actually like structure your messages.
It will.
I
I
wouldn't
will
do
have
more
to.
than five. So whatever that is, like I have mine kind of broken down into certain specifics where each quarter or so I will change just a few words, maybe a sentence in my second message, which is basically like the time frame in which we're at. So like if we're going into Q2, right? I'll be like, as we go into Q2, blah 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 blah, like these are the things that I'd like to be able to do for you, and then I'll have like one that's just my address. And the reason for this that I like, anyways, is sometimes Amazon will actually hide your messages, and sometimes being when you're sending stuff out in such bulk, you won't even know that it hid the entire message if you were to just send it in one. And so that this way here, it would only actually blank out one of the, say, message like lines, basically. So,
Hmm.
anyways, and it's not like you have to do it this way or the other way. It's just an option that I figured I'd throw out there just so everybody
Fair
knows
enough.
what options are out there.
Okay.
All right, power search.
Yeah,
I know
let
you're
me.
excited about this
I
one.
gotta move things around. Well, yeah, because like for me, like I used a competitor before, and this to me is so much faster than the competitor. In fact, it's almost too fast. It almost finds too much. So I'm finding myself really trying to kind of like put more limitations around it. So you have about 700,000 campaigns available to you. And that's going to be across multiple categories, multiple price points, multiple sales volumes, like all of the multiple commission values. So you have the ability to filter the things down below using these filters here. And so obviously if you want to like say like, hey, I want a minimum commission, let's say of 20%, and you do that, it's going to filter and gray out down here anything that doesn't meet that criteria. And then if you want, hey, I want it to sell at least 50 times a month, then it's going to take both those parameters. You can see it grayed out something else. But I don't want to have to scroll through this list. I want a more like succinct list. And so that's when you're going to come in and use the power search. So, with the power search, you can put in a keyword for it to search for. And you could have it just randomly scan across all 700,000 campaigns, or you can click in here and you can choose certain categories that you want it to like search with it. So like if I wanted to search within beauty, I could choose beauty, that type of thing. Um, but let's see. Let me go back over here. Sorry. But let's say I'm going to put in red light because I want that red light therapy mask. I could launch the power search. You can see it's looking for this keyword of red light. And you give it just a minute and it will start pulling the pages in and searching them to see if there are any campaigns that meet that criteria at 20%. Now, there may not be at 20%. You can see like there's commission of 12, there's commission of 15. So, I may have to go back and take that parameter out. Oh, okay. Well, it found something. Doesn't necessarily mean it's what I'm looking for because it just has to have those words red light in it. So we'll go ahead and stop this. You can just see how fast it's going through. It's kind of like the ungate crawler, like how fast everything works here. But let's just stop. And you can see that what I have here, if I click on it, is a red light therapy for body, which, okay, that's pretty cool too. Um, and so from here, I can select all if I have more in the list. I'll do it one more time. Well, in fact, let me just let me close this. Let's run this and let's instead of doing 20, let's do 10 so we have more in our list. And I'm sorry that the messaging system is off at the moment. Very rarely does anything happen like that, and Ito always fixes it super fast. Okay, I'm already gonna stop because like 184 is like a lot, a lot. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and I'm going to click this only no messages. That means that I have not messaged that brand before because I don't want to be like harass people. And then I can start kind of looking through and see, what are these items? These are red light therapy glasses. I can just kind of minimize that one. I'm not really interested in that. This red lights, this is America, America. I'm really looking for one of those face things. But let's see. Let's just say I like this and I like this and we'll pick one more. We'll do this one. So you can do that, or you could just hit select all. And even if there's multiple ASINs, it will only send one message. But like some of these that have like 20 and 25, that could be a little bit over the top. So I like to kind of go in and pay attention and select. And then you can hit this send bulk messages. And I choose that initial outreach template and then I hit send to all brands and the messaging system over here kind of in this like gray area. You can see it's working right now, like sending messages to those brands. And I'm done. Boom. Now I just wait for them to message me back and say like, "Hey, we sent you something," and like, or for any more information. But I have literally sent out thousands of requests since we got, this option, which I think was last Sunday. So like a week and a half we've had it. And we are now like steadily getting packages at our house. Like it just I posted a post today. Like we had somebody come 4 different times, the postman once and Amazon 3 times to drop off packages today. So you don't have to worry about running out of product. Like that should not be a concern of yours. You might even want to be a little more picky about what you request, depending on how much time you have for this. But definitely the power search is going to really expedite and streamline the way you request products. And you can see now it says done and all those messages. Yeah, this message system, I don't know. I can't wait for Ito to get the one fixed. But anyway, all the messages are here. You can see there it is. And look, Brian, like it separated them now.
One
Thank you.
other big thing I
Thank
want to
you for that.
reiterate with what Tracy said was like, there is no limit to this. There's some other, I'm going to call them inferior tools out there. That's like, oh, you can only send 20 things a day. It's like, that is crazy for us to have a feature and then limit it. Ito's just like,
Well, because
no,
they charge for more messages.
yeah,
Beyond
yeah,
20, then you have to pay.
yeah.
And Ito's done no limiting.
Yeah, that's
But I
crazy.
will
So,
say, with the power search, like I've done some very long, extensive power searches, and those work great. But then once I like started sending messages, like we'll say above 500 messages, the Amazon program will throttle you. So you'll get a message that says like, "Hey, like blah blah blah, we can't like bring stuff up right now." So I'm trying to do mine in smaller chunks and be a little more like I did a power search the other day for products over $500. Like, and it was amazing how many products were over $500. Then I did a search for products that sell 10,000 times a month. And it was amazing how many of those there were within Creator Connections. So really the opportunities, there's just so many of them out there. Um, and Power Search is just going to open up a lot of doors. Okay, so we do have some questions here before we go to our next little section.
mhm.
Oh, Annie, you had the other Zoom link. We were looking for it. So, yeah, Ito is out tonight. He had something come up. He's very sad to be missing everybody. Oh, I'm not sure how to tell them to move here. Yeah, I don't know unless somebody has the link to log in to let them know. Um, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, give me all the products. Exactly. I mean, that's kind of how we are at this point. It's just like we've gotten some pretty cool things. Like it's pretty fun. How do you communicate with the brand to notify them you have posted a video? I don't. I just post the video. Occasionally I will have one reach out and ask, and at that point, like I'll look through the message and, send a link or whatever. But typically the the brand has people that are either like looking at the videos being posted or they aren't and they don't care. Like it's just is what it is.
Yeah, I do the same. I don't,
Yeah.
excuse me. I don't
When
usually
items
bother.
are Yeah, when items are coming, how do you know which product comes up from which brand? I meant how to find out without spending so much time. Well, number one, because Ito the Magnificent built in the FNSKU scanner, which nobody has, except him. When you scan the FNSKU, most of the time it brings up the item and the brand. It's not 100%. And I've even had it bring up the wrong brand where I feel like it's like one of those like white labeled products and they just like sent somebody else's or something. It's weird. But most of the time, either if the brand name isn't on the box or anything, the F and SKU will have it. And you can search your messages. Ito's messaging system will have a more powerful way to search messages. But I do have like one product right now. I talked to Nate about it because we got it and it would not scan the FNSKU and it had zero branding on the item or the packaging. No, it was just like generic um, garment bags, like just clear plastic garment bags that zipped up. And there was like 7 brands on Amazon.
Real quick. So one I don't for some reason I'm pretty sure that mine all they stopped sending them recently, but and this is I shouldn't even be showing this because like this all needs to go in the trash. But this entire bucket right here, oops, is filled with all the slips that they give. There's probably like 2,000 slips in here. But the slips that they give in the thing, which then also have like the brand name and the product name as well on it. So if you get those in there as well, you can use that to locate the product. At least it'll have the brand name on it, so then you can then kind of like go and look at it, find it that way. So mute.
Yeah, so basically don't worry about it. Thanks, Roger, for posting that. I appreciate it.
Nate, it's literally just a function in Zoom.
What?
Crazy. I know. I found this recently. So if you go to your camera and do auto frame my video, so like your video button just arrow up, and then there's like blur my background or auto frame my video. Because like here's it off. So like here now it's
No,
like
it's not
staying in
working on mine.
place. But then if you turn it on, well now it's not moving, of course.
Yeah, mine's not moving. I don't know.
Mine's not moving now, but That is how you do it, though.
Is there a place in MIP that saves the brands that have replied back and said they are sending something, or just have to go to messages to double check?
I have a
So,
system for this, but you can try it if you'd like.
well, so in the, I mean, there's a couple of tools out there that let you pin a message. So we pin messages, and that way we know that something should be coming just in case we need to go back. But again, I don't really worry about it. Like if they send something and I get it, I do a video and we move on with life. Brian,
So
I
what
know
I
that
do
you
is
are more precise than that.
it's not even that I'm so much more precise than that. I think it's kind of like there's the video list. That's number one. That was like one of my bigger pain points because I am very hands off with AIP. I do not do much. I literally just do videos. My VA does literally everything else. But there's a very big disconnect when it comes to that, right? Like she'll be doing one part of it, and then I'm just doing the product. So now it's like I need to be able to, communicate silently with her. So what we came up with was the video list. And so I have two ways of doing this. One, as soon as a product is either accepted or I think that they're going to be sending it, I put it on a spreadsheet, which I think is a little bit extra at this point now that we have a few additional tools. But I have her add it to my cart. And what that does is it alerts me because the next time I go to my Amazon cart, I'll see that it's in the cart and then I can be on the lookout for that. That's number one. Number two is I have her put it in the video list. So like as soon as somebody accepts it, I'll have her go to the product, add it to cart, add it to video list. Video list is going to be where I go to when I go to record my videos because then I can just go to my video list, scroll through the list, find the product, make the video. Um, when it's in the cart, I use that as I confirmed that the video got uploaded. In the chance that it doesn't, it might be a little extra. I honestly don't find it to be extra personally myself, but the video list I think is really going to be the helpful pain point right there.
And I do similar as Tracy, and I think like there's so many ways to skin the cat here. Like there's no right or wrong way. It's just kind of what your process is. If they send it, great. Then I will receive it and I will tape it. If they don't send it, I don't care. I won't receive it and I won't make a video for them. But the knowledge of if they're going to send it or not send it does not make a lick of difference to me in my
Mm-mm.
business.
I guess maybe I misunderstood the question a little bit. Like I don't I could care less if the product show I mean obviously I want it to show up, but like I could care less if it does. Like I don't need to know if they're sending it or not. What I
Mhm.
do want to know is how to connect it to the product as soon as it does arrive with minimal effort. Like I want to be able to keep my momentum going without spending more than, I don't want to spend more than 10 seconds honestly finding the product. Like if I can't
Mhm.
picture scan it or I couldn't find it in a video list, like I'll literally just I'll make the video, I'll upload it to a Google Drive, I'll have my VA figure it out. Like I don't want to spend more than 10 seconds looking for a product. But
Yeah, we probably should tell, one thing would be nice in the messaging center, and I can't remember if it was there before you had to pull it down, is like when someone replies, if there was a like add to video list right there when it says like, hey, we're sending you something, add it to the video
sure.
list. That would be sweet.
Yeah. Yep.
He'll hear it on the recording. All right.
Few
Moving
questions.
oh, yes.
Sorry. Um, Something that you said earlier in the beginning that you didn't care if there were many influencers because it's a high enough percentage, say like 30%, but the item is like $100, that will be like $30 once you get it. So is that like a chance, meaning that if you get it, you get it, or you will get it?
You mean get the product or get
Get
into the
the
carousel?
Yeah, get the carousel, get the commission. Say that.
Well, I mean, I think it's a matter, that's what I said is like if I could spend some time looking at the videos that are currently in the carousel and make a decision about can I make a better video? Do I think I can make a better video than that? We're very early, like me and my son are very early in our journey. We're on week 11 of it. So we're kind of just like doing all products. we're not being as picky as maybe someone like Nate is, where he puts more research and does some investments. Like it's a different level. So like we're just trying to build up a catalog of a lot of videos, and then at a certain point, we'll start getting a little more precise and picky, I think, with what we do. But in the beginning, if they're willing to send me that, sorry, if they're willing to send me the product for free and it's got a great creator commission on it, I'm just going to make a great video. Like I'm going to do what I do best, which is talk about the product. My son does a really good job talking about products. So we just decide who probably is the best person for that product. And we try to make really good videos, and we're having really good success with that. So I was talking, I don't know, at the very beginning of the call, like again, we're on week 11. We're not even all the way through this month, and we've almost doubled what we did last month. Like it's just the snowball effect of video, 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 video. You just can't imagine what it is, and especially creator connections where you're getting that extra money for doing the work. Like we have one product. It was literally something in our warehouse, laid on a shelf, dusty as all get out. And I bought them when we were in our old warehouse and we needed them there. I'm not going to tell you what it is because I want you to compete against me. But that one stinking product, which was a $20 product, we get $6 every time it sells, and we sell 3 to 5 a day. 3 to 5 a day of this one little, and we didn't know that when we did the video. We didn't even know really how to do creator connections. We were just making videos of what we had in our homes and at the warehouse, because like that was product that didn't cost us a dime to do, and we're still doing that. Like we're still doing that as well as connections, because we're not done with everything in our homes.
I
So
see. Yeah, I guess I was just wondering, I'm also still early. I have one brand that is sending me a sample.
mhm.
But as I was looking at the power surge, so I was thinking, okay, should I be at this point, should I be picky? Because why would I want to spend my time?
Don't be
Or at
picky.
this point, we just
Request, request, request. Request them all.
okay.
Don't be picky.
Build that
So,
catalog. The
all
more of a
right.
catalog you have, the more of a higher chance that like because like you're gonna send them your storefront link and they're gonna go look at your stuff most likely, right? If they only
Yeah,
see that you have 100 videos, 500 videos, like there's people with 10,000 videos, right? Who do you think they're gonna go with? So
I
the
see.
higher that you get your video count up to, whether they're good or not, they're not going to watch all of them, right? What you can
Hmm.
do is pin your best videos at the top, or I think you can make like a collage at the top. I forget. I don't even know how to do that. I think Nate
You
did
can
it.
do both of those things.
Yeah, yeah. I need to do. I saw on yours that you did like a collage thing at the top, which was cool. I
Yeah.
don't know. That's probably not the right word, but little like albums or something.
Yeah, I
Anyways,
forget the word, but
so
yeah,
but also to
album
like kind
collage
of
type thing.
follow up on what you were saying there about like the creator count, right? I don't know if you're are you a reseller as well?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so like you have buy box rotation. It's the same
Hmm.
thing with the videos. You have a video rotation, right? So if there's 19 people, which is a full carousel, two full carousels at that, you still have opportunity to get in there, 100%. You could be the reason, your video could be the reason that you bump somebody else out, right? Or you could make a second video, and that could be the reason that you end up in the carousel. Um, and that's also
Want
another
to?
good point. Making more than one video per product.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
I want to show you something interesting here. So Annie and anyone else here in chat, I just put an ASIN into the chat, and I am going to share my screen, but I want you guys to pull this up as well because there's a misconception about the carousel that the carousel is just like this static thing. Like it is what it is, and it either doesn't. Whoa, let me mute this. Hang on a second.
We actually
And
can't hear it, but
oh, okay. It was real loud on my end. Some people think like the carousel is the carousel, or like those 6 or 8 or whatever videos are just always there.
I know
And
what you
that's not
mean.
how it works. If you pull this up on your computer at the same time, I would bet money that we will see different videos. Maybe we'll see some of the same ones, but are yours in the same order? Do you see Angela and then Allie and then top one check mark and then Wesley and then Talem? Are those
Mine
the
are in the
same?
same order as yours. Go
What's
scroll
that?
down one more. What's the customer review one? Yeah, it's still the same thing.
Is yours the same?
Yep.
It is often different, and maybe this is for whatever reason. This is the same right now. Maybe Prime Day. Mine's in the same order.
Popcorn is white cheddar flavor. And we
Apparently,
like
this is a bad example. But
What about the
usually,
lower carousel?
oh yeah, maybe the lower. Maybe there's not enough videos. Maybe I picked
Yeah,
one
that's
that
what I was
had
just kind of
just like
thinking. Like,
exactly
there's not that
five, and
many.
so it's the same thing. But yeah, oftentimes you will see different things between your computer, your phone, your
That's the bottom
spouse's
one.
computer.
I'm sorry. That's the bottom one right there.
Yeah.
That's all entirely different than mine.
See, there you go.
Yep.
So like a lot of the carousel can, and yeah, Roger says his is different.
Yeah, that's all different than mine.
So yeah, a lot of the carousel can be different for different people. How do I think did I stop sharing? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, so yeah, like there's always a chance to get in there. Even if there's 20 other influencers, 100 other influencers. I mean, after a certain point, it's like, okay, maybe like the KitchenAid in your house or the Tony box in your kid's room, like those probably have like 5,000 influencers on them. And it's like, okay, yeah, maybe I could get in there for a little bit, but there is an upper limit there. But the difference to me, I think, and I see this a lot in some of the other Facebook groups out there, when people view things as like a full carousel versus a not full carousel, functionally there is very little difference between if there are 5 videos and if there are 6 videos. That's not like a full or not full. That's 5 and 6, and you can be 6 or 7, and there's not a
Or
huge
6 and
difference there.
7.
6 and 7. Do multiple videos.
Seven.
You can have. Oh boy.
Sorry. I do that at my
You
warehouse
don't even
all the
have a
time
middle
today.
schooler. There's no excuse, Tracy.
It's all the kids at the warehouse that got in my head.
But yeah, you're allowed to do multiple videos, and you can have multiple videos in the carousel at the same time. I know a lady who does a lot of treadmills, and I will often see her have like 5 of the 6 slots. So yeah.
Now, that's not to say to upload the same video twice. You're going to want to change the video. Um, Honestly, I think that you could get away with a 90% like similar video, but you want to make it not a duplicate because a duplicate will get flagged.
Yeah.
And it would honestly be best just to provide different value per video.
And one more thought before we move on to our next topic with the power search. Another great way to kind of like leverage that is like people talk about niching down. So Nate, you said someone does treadmills. Like obviously you're not going to get like 37 treadmills delivered to you. Like, oh my word, putting those together would be horrendous. But you might get 37 fans, that you could be sent to you. And then from there, you can do comparison videos. So, like, you can do a video for fan A, a video for fan B, a video for fan C. But then you can do a video comparing A and B, a video comparing B and C, and a video comparing A and C. So, yeah, exactly. So, like, when you think about it that way, if you want to say, like, okay, I'm going to start requesting a bunch of this, like, we've got a bunch of like little mini handheld fans. They're all basically the same, looks a little bit different, whatever. I got some folding canes. I talked about that, and that video is crushing it out there. It's crazy. So it's another way you can use power search to like limit and say like I want to search for this keyword and request those and like be able to make multiple videos with less amount of products, if that makes sense.
Hey, I was thinking before we get on to this next subject, could I do a little interval here? A little freestyle? All right. So I just went in the other room. This is stuff that all literally just showed up. Let's open a couple random things and just see what type of random stuff Amazon sends
What's
me.
in the box?
Right?
What's in the box?
What is in the box?
Or
Exactly.
the bag? What's in the
All right,
bag?
so it's always a surprise. I have not
Let's
opened it.
guess.
I
I
really
want
don't
everybody
know.
in the comment to guess what's in the first bag that Brian
Okay.
has opened.
I
already
play this
opened-
with
I
my
already see it,
neighbors
but
all the time.
Brian, why don't you record it so you do unboxing video right now?
Say again?
It is recorded. So
wait, what are we doing?
nothing.
No, like
Recorded.
record it so you're showing us, but you're recording for AIP at the same
Oh,
time.
you want me to do an on-the-spot review? Okay. This is actually not a good product for me to do that with because it's going to sound like all my other 100 videos I've done is probably exact same product. But we got electrolytes.
Vitamins.
Yeah, we got some electrolytes here. So, what I would do, this is like, I guess we could just go right into that a little bit if you want. But like, my first thing that I would be doing is I just cover the UPC right here, and then that way I don't have to worry about that ending up in frame. There's a chance that the AI may not pick up on it and it may publish, and it's not a big deal. If it does, you would just have to remove it. It'll say like, UPC is in there. Sometimes it doesn't even matter, but I would just cover that just for my own sake so that I don't have to go and re-record something later. I usually just cut up shipping labels. I'll just cut it to the size because every UPC is usually different. I would open this up and then, so this one's not open. So we'd open it up. Sometimes some people don't even open this type of stuff either. They'll just review the bottle itself, and then that way they can also sell this afterward without opening it up. But I don't really want to do a full review right now. But
Yeah, it's fine.
but so I would just basically open this up, prep it, and then I'd be on the go. Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a review on these electrolytes. This is something that I've been using now for a while. I find a lot of value in it, and it seems to work really well. I'd go, I'd talk for probably about a minute. I'd maybe open it up, maybe take a scoop, pour it into a cup of water, mix it around. It doesn't have any issues dissolving. It has a really good taste to it. It doesn't have any weird aftertaste, which some of the electrolytes that I've tried in the past have. So if you're looking for a good one, this is one that I would recommend. And I would pretty much cut it, and I would post that. I wouldn't put much more detail into it. I may actually do like a close up of the supplement facts right here. And I would just say like in the video, like, hey, if you want to go ahead and pause it, I'm not going to bore you with all the details here, but if you want to see it up close, you can. And then also here's the ingredients or the suggested use of it or something. And I'd just pretty much be done with that. I've done so many of them that they honestly feel redundant to me at this point. Supplements. If you guys want supplements, like any type of supplement, they will send you supplements upon supplements. A brand that you request one supplement for will probably send you five other ones. Like it's insane. Like the amount of like I requested creatine one time. I probably ended up with over 60 different creatines. Like I was so over like talking about creatine at the end of it. All right, so we're going into product number 2 here. It's got 2
We got
boxes.
phone case, we got flashlight, we got phone mount.
I honestly have no idea what this is.
So side
They're
note, this is an
switches.
excellent way of multiplying your access to products. So I was joking earlier, like I do this with my neighbors. We play like what's in the box. So about once a week, I'll go to the front yard, take a bunch of packages. And the way that I play with my neighbors is like, if there's anything that you want, it is yours. Just let me come to your house and film some other stuff that you have. And so
What's
that sort
funny
of
is
gives me an in to their house. And then I'll film whatever I'm giving them because I don't need half the stuff that I'm getting.
Yeah.
And it's like a win-win all around. So now my neighbors are always texting me like, hey, come on over. I got this other thing that you should film.
I do that with the mailmen sometimes. Is I'll
What is
I'll be
that?
like, pick a package. These are all free. Pick a package. I'll open it up in front of you, and then I'll be like, if you want it, I'll leave it in the bin for you next time because I have like a delivery bin. But I don't know. This is a seat saver, waterproof, fits most car seats.
Hmm, okay.
I don't know. It has like a little picture right there. Almost looks like a
Oh,
toddler
I
type
think
of
we have
seat of
that.
some sort.
Now, question, Brian, do you have a car seat?
I
Or you
don't.
can just pull it out and talk about it? So
Yeah,
that's
no, I'll just talk
don't
about
get
it.
in your head, guys. Like,
One of the biggest things that I was taught early on was the ease of setting up, right? Like this is my my video studio right here behind me. I have a tripod. I have these lights right here. Like I just turn both lights on and I get to recording. Like I want minimal effort. I don't want to have to set stuff up. I don't want to have to build stuff. Like if I can just do it right here, it just makes the process for me go so much faster. All right, next one here. We got I don't know. I don't know.
watch band?
No. This is a weird one.
Oh dear.
No, not inappropriate weird.
Okay, I'm making sure.
I have no idea.
Oh, it is a
For your garden.
little springy garden decor thing.
Artesian design cop. I don't know. But
Figure it out.
that's AIP for you. It's something that will make me money.
Go
And
read the listing.
Yeah, absolutely. Read the listing. Read the listing, watch other people's videos, and do it like that. All right, on to our next thing here. This will be the last thing I'll open up. All right, we have. Ooh, this one's cool. Beef jerky. I don't really like doing food, but I don't mind necessarily doing it. It's just, I have a harder time like talking about it, like describing tastes and stuff. But I think beef jerky would be an easy one to do. You know, you got your nutrition facts right here that you can kind of show, and then also the ingredients, right? Also with the beef jerky itself, you could kind of take it out, rip it, show how easy it rips. You know, showing that maybe it's not like super tough beef jerky. The taste, the smell. Um, yeah, says it's a wagyu, so you can talk about it being wagyu. Um, yeah, I think that's an easy one to do. I think food actually sometimes does really well too, but I'm just not really big into the food reviews.
So,
All right,
Brian,
that's my little interval there.
Thank you for that. I have a question. So when you're at the power search, do you just select all and then send messages without looking at what those are?
Depends. I mean, it
I
kind of
look at it.
depends. It depends what I'm searching for. I told my son, like when I first started it, when we got it and I was playing with it, I had some that I had like over 600 results, and I just selected all and sent. And I was on the phone with Ito, and I was like, Ito, what did I just do? Like, I have no idea what I just requested. So I told my son, like, I don't know what's going to show up. If it's inappropriate, I'm sorry. Like, I just kind of went crazy. I've been a little more methodical, like looking through the list and not, especially these brands that have like 20 different creator campaigns. I don't want to spam their message with 20 ASINs. So I try to pick one or two at the max per brand. But if I'm just feeling silly and don't want to waste my time doing that, yeah, I'll just send all. Like, what are they going to do? If they don't like my message, they're just not going to reply to me. Whatever. There's
Two worst cases.
700,000 campaigns.
Two worst cases. One, you end up with a product you don't want to do a review on, not a big deal. Two, they don't respond, you don't get the product. Those are the two worst cases.
Yeah.
There's no worst case. You're not like binding yourself in a contract, like, oh, you have to get this done. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like that. Like, you can
And
literally not do a video.
we've gotten some
Bad
products that I
business,
would
but
say were tougher to do just because like we just didn't know a lot about the topic. Like I got some light bulb replacements for my truck, which actually are nice to have, but I didn't want to like disassemble my headlight to do it. So I just did it standing in front of my truck.
I've
So
recorded so many headlights, not in my car, but I'll show the headlights and then I'll be like, this is
yeah.
what they look like.
All right, well, let's go to our next topic because we've already been on here an hour. So you guys are great though. Like I love all the questions and stuff, but we want to make sure we give you content. So what's the next topic? Is it filming a video or
Why don't you go into that, Nate, and do an actual like your
Yeah,
start to
yeah.
finish on a video review?
Yeah. So I mean, similar to what Brian was doing, I actually for the next couple days, I'm at a rental property, and I brought as many samples as I could fit into my van, and I came here, and my goal is to, and this is like most people are not going to be able to do this, so I don't want you to think like, oh, that's normal. But my goal is to film 50 to 100 videos every single day. So by the end of the week, I have hopefully about 300 or so videos. But I grabbed a couple things from out there. Um, and I'm going to go into you will get better at saying something about anything, even the stuff that you know nothing about. That is a acquired skill, and you will get better and better and better at it the more that you do this. So I've got an Econo home switch. I actually got this. I think I got this at a bin store for like $1. So I think I actually purchased this one. I've got I don't know what this is. I've got something in a bag that I'm going to find out. And then I have a pair of shoes that a brand sent me. So I am going to leave this on. I've got my tripod here. I've got my phone right here. My process is open up MIP, and step one is going to be to scan the thing. Now, this one, unfortunately, because I got it at the bin store, they put their stupid little LPN sticker across the barcode. So I'm going to have to do an image scan for this one. We'll see if this works.
There's two ways of doing this. You can do it in the MSP app, the image scan, or you can go to the Amazon scanning feature and do it that way. I would prefer to do it in MSP. That way, it like you can just start recording right after that.
All right, did not get it the first time. Let me try with some text here. So this is Honeywell Econo Switch. Econo Switch. All right, let's see if this pulls up. Okay, so yeah, I see it there. There's a couple different options. I think this is the one. Yeah, it's got the same buttons as mine. Okay, so I've selected, I know it's kind of hard to see, but I've selected the listing that I have here in my hand, and I'm just simply going to press that red button that says start recording. If I know absolutely nothing about it, I can press the purple button that says generate script. And right above that purple button, you can sort of specify what you want your script to be. So for mine, usually I have it do sort of like a Q&A style of like read through some customer comments, write some questions, and then write the answers to those. But this gives me a good idea of like things to talk about. So it says, most people don't realize they can turn their lights on and off automatically based on the sun. So bing, right off the bat, I know, oh, this does automatic light timings, and there's some sort of like photo sensitive thing inside of it. So there's a little thing that I did not know 5 seconds ago that I can kind of bullcrap my way through talking about. Let me see. What is it?
Another way to
how
get
does
video
it work
ideas
without
is to watch
Wi-Fi?
other
So it does
people's
not
videos.
require Wi-Fi. Can you use this both switch and a three-way setup? Yes. How much energy or money can you save? I'm not going to get into those specifics. I don't use dollar amounts in any of my videos because I don't want things to get flagged. Sweet. Okay. I can kind of bullcrap my way through a decent amount of this, and I can sort of read some of the features there. It does say features on the back, but I'm going to press that little red button at the bottom that says start recording. So let me set up my tripod right here. I'm trying to make it so you guys can sort of see my phone as well. All right, make sure this looks okay. And we're going to do some actual videos for you guys. I know Annie was asking about this.
Real quick, hold on.
Yes.
You're in horizontal mode. I do everything in horizontal mode. You want to just talk about a little bit about that, because I think that there's a lot of confusion as to vertical or horizontal.
Yeah, I'll do both. If I'm doing multiple videos for a product, I'll do some horizontal, some vertical. If I'm just doing one, I usually do horizontal. I'll do vertical for clothing or really, really cheap stuff that I feel like people are usually viewing the videos on a phone. But for most things, I'm doing horizontal, especially because I cross-post to YouTube. I've got an automation setup that just automatically posts everything that I made on Amazon over onto YouTube. And YouTube generally prefers horizontal because if it's vertical, it turns into a short and then I can't attach my Amazon links to it. So that's why I mostly do horizontal, but I don't think it makes a huge difference one way or the other. I mean, I've heard arguments for both ways and I've tested both ways, and I just don't see a statistically a big enough difference between the two ways to make me always want to do one or the other. So I do a little bit of both, but I generally stick to horizontal because I'm cross-posting. All right. So I've got this set up. I'm going to press record. You guys be quiet. and we'll get this video done. All right, so I've got the Honeywell Econo Switch Pro. This thing is super cool. So there's actually this like photosensitive sensor in here that can tell when it's light and dark. So like you can program this, you can do all the normal programming stuff that you would expect. But if I either forget to program it or maybe like the daylight shifts, I mean, during summer right now here in Florida, it didn't get dark till like 9 o'clock but in 6 months, it's going to be dark at like 5 o'clock. And so my light pattern is going to be different. And I don't always want to have to like go back in and reprogram stuff. So this makes it super simple. It can just sense like, oh, the sun went down. We should turn the lights on. It's able to sense that, which I think is great for sort of like back patio areas, front porches, things like that. Okay. So there's a couple of really cool features here. You've got your single pole or the 3-way installation. You're able to do that. There's no like minimum load. Like you can have one single tiny light bulb, or you can have a fair amount of stuff on this. There's a nice large backlit display right there in the front that you can see. You've got random mode, turns the lights on and off when away for added security. So like the Home Alone style, like you're trying to scare the robbers off, make them think that you're there. It can automatically do that for you when you're on vacation. There are permanent memory settings as well. There's a 4-hour clock backup, hidden locks in this so that other people don't tamper with it, a good warranty and all that stuff. So, I mean, Honeywell, it's a very well-known brand. It's the reason why they're one of the tops in the game. So if you're looking for an automatic timer switch that includes some of that like photosensitive sunlight stuff, check this one out. I think it's really good. Boom, done. That was 1 minute, 32 seconds. Now with MIP, I'm just going to look through the different titles. Let's see. Best sunrise sunset timer for your home lighting. Sure, that sounds good. And I can either save the review right there or make a little thumbnail. Let's do a little thumbnail since we're on the video with you guys. So I'm going to go into the thumbnail thing. I'm going to match the thumbnail orientation to whatever I recorded in. So since I recorded in horizontal, I'm going to click the little button that said hors, and then I'm going to take a little picture right here. Okay, so I'll show you the before, just me holding that, and then I'm going to generate with AI. And let me see here. I was doing some other videos. Let's see. Yeah, let me erase that because this is not a multicolored rug. Replace. Yeah, I don't need to do any of that. I'm just going to keep it simple and tell the AI to make this a good review thumbnail. And I like to do minimal text. That's just my personal preference. All right. So we've got this going. It's going to take 15, 20 seconds or so. And then we'll go. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't share my phone screen and beam that into Zoom. I'm not technologically, maybe if I was at my house, I could do that. But here at a rental, unfortunately, I can't do it. So I'm trying to just show you guys what I can. So this one I kind of explained a little bit more. I'll do one or two more a little bit faster. But yeah, I think I need to animate more a little bit recording. So monotoned. Yeah, I mean, do whatever. Ooh, I like that. All right. So check that out. So this is the after. It basically just erased my background. It highlighted me and the product in white. Added a little bit of color. I like it. Use this. Save review. Saved. Done. On to the next one. All right. This I'm done with. So that's getting tossed to the bed. Next up, we've got this thing in a baggie that I don't know what it is. I don't think that it is drugs.
What's in the bag?
I can read it, but I don't really understand. I read what it was, and I still don't really understand what it is.
Is it an arm sleeve for like baseball?
No,
it covers tattoos.
It says a bird bath disc. I don't know what a bird bath disc is. All right, so it's like I think. Oh, and this is copper.
Keeps the water from getting mucky.
Yeah. All right, let me take off because there's like a film on one side of this. Let me take off at least one side of it for the video. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so this is a nice little copper disc. I think that's for, what Tracy said, like keeping algae and stuff from growing in a bird bath. All right, so what do I do here? Step 1, I get MIP. I press scan again. Step 2, I don't care what brand sent it to me because I can just scan the FNSKU label usually. We'll see if this works. If it doesn't work, it did. There we go. But let's just pretend that it didn't. If it didn't work, my step 2 is always to scan this barcode in the Amazon app. If that doesn't work, step 3, I will look for this transparency app. And I have the transparency barcode scanner on my phone as well. And that will always work if there's a transparency code. Okay, so I pulled up the product. There's only one option, so I'm going to click on that. It pulls up the listing right there. I'm going to press the red button that says start recording. I could press generate script, but honestly, again, over time, the more you do this, the more you can just kind of talk about stuff. So let me set my tripod here so you guys can sort of see a similar angle. Whoops, got that
Not
backwards.
to interrupt you, but one of the things I like to do sometimes is scrolling to the bottom and you can actually see what other people's videos are, right? And you can go through the carousel kind of and like if they're not long, like I'll just watch those real quick and I'll be like, damn, like that's all I have for competition. Like I can make a better video than that. Or I'll learn something about it where I don't have to like
Mm-hmm.
know about the product.
Yeah, I'll do that occasionally. It's pretty rare that I'll do that. It would need to be something where I'm doing a lot of videos for it and maybe like I spent money on it or something like that. If I just got it as a free sample, I want my video to be like start, filmed, finished, uploaded. I want that whole process to take about 3 or 4 minutes. And so if I have to spend 2 minutes watching somebody else's video, for just like a random free sample that I don't care about, I usually don't do that for a random free sample I don't care about. But yeah, like for an investment, something like that, like, okay, what are other people saying? How can I change this? How can I do better? Definitely. All right, so we got this. I'm going to press record on my phone and you guys can watch along. All right, so I've got this Melbury copper disc. This is for your bird bath. Now, this comes as a 2-pack, and when you first get it, it actually has this sort of bluish film over it. So if you get it and you're like, this isn't copper, okay, it's just blue film. Just take your blue film off, okay? Now, this is 99.9% copper right here, which is going to help just kind of get rid of all the bad microscopic living things that like to grow in water. If you've ever put like a copper spray on plants or things like that, or even like copper for like any like foot yeast types of infections, copper is very effective at eliminating a lot of these small biological things. So yeah, put a couple of these in your bird bath. We've got a couple bird baths, so I'm probably going to put one in the front, one in the back. It looks nice. It just kind of sits there at the bottom of the water. You hardly notice it. You'll forget about it. Now, copper over time will get a little patina to it. So it's sort of like if you think about the Statue of Liberty in your head, the Statue of Liberty kind of looks green, but it's actually made of copper. So that's the patina, which is just a fancy word for what happens to copper when it's exposed to water and sunlight over a long period of time. So this will not look nice and shiny like this in a year or 2 years, but it will still be just as effective and it just kind of adds to the ambiance a little bit. So if you're looking at having a nice clean bird bath this season, get yourself a couple of these. Boom, done. All right, 1 minute, 20 seconds. How these copper discs change, man, I don't really like that either. Keeps the water clean all season. Good, I like that. And for this one, I'm not even gonna bother with a thumbnail. I'm just gonna press post and now it's done. All right, so done with that product. On to the last one here. I'm gonna try to do less talking to show more like realistic how fast I sort of crank through these. So these are shoes that I do not care about. I got them for free. Yeah, that's that. All right, K-Swiss is the brand. Let me set my tripod back up. And I don't need a script to talk about a shoe because I know what a shoe does. All right, so we've got these K-Swiss shoes here. These things are really nice. Okay, so it's got that nice sort of bright white exterior. You can see here the box that it comes in. All right, now specifically, these are, all right, so I made a mistake. I thought that this box was going to tell me what type of shoe this was, whether it was like, I don't know, for pickleball or tennis or basketball or running, whatever. And the box did not. So I made a quick mistake. I'm just going to, instead of editing my video, I'm just going to press X, completely get back out of that, go right back in, start my recording again. To me, it's faster to like just not even bother editing it, to just redo that from the start. Okay, so I'm gonna skip over that whole idea that I'm gonna say what type of shoe this is and just go in a different direction. All right, so we just got these K-Swiss shoes right here. I'm gonna give you a close-up look here. give you a little feature breakdown so you can make a better informed buying decision. Now, these things are sharp, man. Okay, so you can see it's got that nice like white in the front, the black at the back. Obviously, this can come in a couple different colors, but I like this one. Okay, show you here the tread at the bottom. This is always important to me, like how slippery is this actually? Is it actually going to work? Okay, now there's not a whole lot of side-to-side tread on this, if you notice that. So if you're doing a lot of movement, let's say, I don't know, you're playing tennis or something and you're going like side to side, it's iffy for that. If most of your movement is just front to back, this tread is going to work great. Or if you're more like on asphalt, I guess tennis you're probably fine. But yeah, if you're on a more slippery surface and going side to side, I think that's where this is going to get you into a little bit of trouble. You see the laces here go up nice and tight. You've got the K-Swiss thing in the front. These generally run true to size. So I wasn't quite sure. I got the 8.5 and the 9. I'm more of an 8.5. I'm probably going to stick with the 8.5 and get rid of the 9s. But yeah, they run true to size. So pretty good stuff overall. If you're looking for some nice new shoes, check them out. Boom. Done. All right. And I'll just check for titles. Best lightweight shoes for lateral movement. Perfect. And I'm going to skip a thumbnail for that one too. All right, boom, done. 3 products done. I did a little bit of talking, but that was, what, 15 minutes or so? So 5 minutes per product, roughly. And that was with me explaining what I was doing too. So yeah, and those are all like done, finished. I just have to go into MIP and like finish the upload on my computer here at night. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about what I just did, feel free to drop them in chat. Otherwise, we can move it on to the next person. Let me see in chat here. Okay, Annie says, if you review a beauty item, can you say fragrance-free, paraben-free? Yeah, fragrance-free, yes. Paraben-free, yes. You cannot say the word organic. You cannot say the word fair trade. You cannot say the word compostable. That probably won't come into play with a beauty product, but yeah. So like with that copper thing, I don't think that I am allowed to say this will like kill bacteria, because that's sort of a medical claim. Like AI is gonna hear that and is gonna think that's a medical claim. So I'm avoiding the word bacteria entirely. I just said microscopic living things. And everyone understands what I'm saying. So I avoided the word bacteria there in my one video, but you can say fragrance-free, paraben-free. And if you are ever in doubt, you can always hold this up. So like this can that I'm holding, I am not allowed to say that, well, maybe I am, but I'm not 100% if I'm allowed to say these things. So I would just hold it up and be like, you can see the certifications here. You see that big V right there. Okay, so it's good for those folks. And it also is good for the P folks. Okay, which, wow, that sounds real dirty, but it's vegan and paleo. But yeah, so when in doubt, I will just hold up sort of the bottle. If it's organic, for example, or if it's compostable, I just hold it up and just kind of point to that and like, oh, and you can see here, that's always a good thing, instead of saying that it's compostable, for example.
Yeah. Supplements always gets a little dicey.
Yeah. I would like to learn about cross-posting on YouTube or Facebook. Are you generating commissions for those? Facebook, no, I don't think people should bother cross-posting to Facebook. YouTube, yes, I think it's very simple to cross-post to YouTube. And yeah, most people, well, that's more like offset. Yeah, I mean, you'll see maybe like a 5-ish%, maybe 10% if you're lucky bump. So if you're making $100 a month, you might make like $5 extra or 10 extra bucks by cross-posting everything to YouTube. If you're making 1,000, well, maybe you're making an extra 50 or 100 a month. And that just kind of grows as you grow. So it's not like a huge game changer. I don't want people to get like shiny object syndrome, but there's ways of automating that. And maybe Ito is going to add, I know we can post it right then and there. I have an automation that's like going through all my back catalog as well. So right now Ito isn't doing that, but maybe in the future. Let's see. But yeah, you can do it on the front end with MIP. You can just click the little button and it'll post it to your YouTube for you, which is
I said we can cover that next week. That'd be a good topic for next week.
For sure. And yeah, sorry again, Michelle, that I couldn't actually show my screen besides for just holding up my phone there. But let's see. And also, so Annie, when you were like, oh, I think I need to animate a little bit more. Amazon doesn't need an Annie version of Nate. They need an Annie version of Annie, and they need a Nate version of Nate. So there's going to be people who click on my videos and watch my videos because they want to see what I have to say about it. And there's going to be people who click on your videos because they want to see what you have to say about it and how you talk about it. There maybe you're not as animated, maybe you're more soft spoken. There's going to be other people in the world who also are not animated and who also are soft spoken, and they're going to want to see someone who's like them telling them like, yeah, this is the beauty product that I wear and this is why I do it. It's not too crazy and I don't want to really do all this extra stuff, but I think it looks nice and it's that. So yeah, I definitely recommend. Like, there's going to be people who want that. I generally like, I'm a very, like, in college, I was a musical theater major. So like, I'm very like, woohoo, jazz hands. That's me. But that's not everybody. And sometimes that's too much for people. And they're like, oh, I hate this guy. Click off of that. And they're going to click over to the Annies. It's like, oh, okay, this is what I'm looking for. Let me see the transparency. It's just Amazon. It's just that you go to the App Store and type Amazon transparency, and it should be the very first option. What if you're BSing and end up giving false information? Does Amazon care? Amazon doesn't know what information is true and what information is false. Generally, you don't want to give false information, but the Amazon robots that are checking your videos are unable to know the difference. And the Amazon poorly paid overseas virtual assistants from India and the Philippines who would ever do a human verification also are not going to know these things. Every once in a while, you could get dinged. Like, I got a ding once on a video for making like false or extraordinary claims. And it was basically just telling a story about how, like, when I was a teenager, our house almost burned down. And so I wish I would have had this thing. And it was like, oh, this is an extraordinary claim. This is a fake story. And like, it made me pull. That's the only time I've ever seen that. And Amazon sent me an email and told me like, hey, this is an extraordinary claim, blah, 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 blah. Take this video down. And so I did that. Then I did. And that was that. Do you ever do videos that don't show you in the video? Yes. Yeah,
my first 700 videos, I wasn't in it. Maybe like 10% of the videos I was in it.
Yeah. Generally speaking, it's better to be in the video, but it's not required to be in the video. And plenty of videos do just fine without you. They're easier to steal from other people. So like a random AI person can download it and then do a voiceover and then post it somewhere else. Whereas if my face is in it, it's much more difficult to do a voiceover over my own face. But yeah, it's fine. You're allowed to do it. Can you show your final step of uploading, tagging, etc.? So it's just on, let me see if I can show that. Hang on a second without showing you a bunch of like back end information. Upload video. Okay. Yes, I think I can show this. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's anything too crazy. And this is a pretty small group, so I trust you guys to not do nefarious things to me. Okay, so for the final step, and I've actually, I made a bookmark of this for upload video, and I recommend you guys all do the same. So it's amazon.com/create, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so I go here. This is where you upload your videos. When you have MIP, it shows right here on the sidebar. Okay, so this is the shoe video that I just did. So actions, I'm going to click on actions. I'm going to go click on post. Now for this shoe, I'm going to tag the regular shoe. Personally, I'm going to tag the parent, and then maybe I'll tag one other one. I don't know, maybe a blue one down here somewhere. Okay, never tag more than 3 things is my recommendation. I press post. It's going to automatically go through all that. I'm not touching anything. You can see my hands over here. It's going to add the title. It's going to add anything else that I did. If I made a thumbnail, it's going to add that. Again, I'm showing you my hands. I'm innocent. I'm not clicking a thing right now. And post submitted. And if you want to cross post it, this is where you could use MIP to cross post to YouTube, or if you're selling it, you could cross post to eBay. Personally, I keep all of my videos, but you are also able to delete them. Let me go and show you this one because it has a thumbnail here. So actions, post. This one, there's no other like parent ASINs, anything like that. And because I clicked, like I don't have to go and re-tag this because when I recorded it, I had already clicked on the product and I clicked to record it while I was on that product. So my video is automatically connected to that ASIN. I don't need to like re-tag anything. So I'm just gonna press OK. Again, take my hands off. It's going to upload the video. It's going to tag the product. It's going to add my title, and it's going to add my thumbnail. You'll see my thumbnail change here in a second. There it is. Boom. And submit. Done. All right. So that's the second process. Very simple. And you can batch that as well. There is a button that says, is it bulk? Yeah, it says bulk upload. And then you can just click all your things and tag everything and then just let it run. So I usually do that like before a meal or before bed or something like that. Cause I'll post like 30 videos and then I go tag all, like if there's any parent ASINs, I'll do all that. And then I just press bulk upload and let it run. It'll take maybe 10, 15 minutes, something like that to do 20, 30 videos. But excellent question, Ashley. Are there other social media accounts you post the videos to other than YouTube? I don't. I don't think it's really, maybe Instagram, but it's so like marginal. I think it's really easy to get shiny object syndrome, especially if you're in a lot of these Facebook groups out there, because people are like, oh yeah, you got to post to Pinterest now too. It's the long game. But like, I'm telling you, I'll use Pinterest as an example. I'm going to pick on them. I've seen this so much in various Facebook groups. And you start asking people, hey, how much are you making from Pinterest? And they're like, well, it's a long game. It's going to be their answer every time. I don't know a single person who is making 3 figures of money from Pinterest. I know one person who's making like $50 a month. I know a lot of people who are selling courses, and I know a ton of people who are selling affiliates to the courses that they took that they said are great, but they're not actually making any money. So I wouldn't bother with Pinterest. Cross-posting YouTube, very easy. Facebook, it's not a lot there. It's not, the organic reach isn't really there. Instagram can be useful, not so much for like offsite commissions, but for getting brand deals. So I just do YouTube.
Yeah, we posted.
Brands love other social medias.
Yeah, we
Brands do
posted
love them.
a handful of selected videos onto an Instagram that we created, and within 2 days had our first brand deal.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's not, you won't make like direct money from Instagram and Facebook, but you will get indirect money via extra brand deals.
And it's also good as like a portfolio.
Mm-hmm. Kurt, do you ever do negative reviews? Yes. It's rare. And it's usually not like just a purely negative review. So for example, it's actually one of our best performing videos ever was a fish tank for like little beta fish. And it was like this waterfall thing with multiple little containers. Well, we were really excited. We thought it was really cool. And then we got it. And the actual container was smaller than this. Like I'm talking, it was about the size of this can of peanuts. And like a beta fish should not be living in this much water. That is not okay. And so like I made the video. I was like, yeah, like we thought this looked really cool. But to be honest, this really is not enough space for a beta fish. You can see the waterfall, but the fish can't move between the waterfalls. And so we actually ended up getting something a little bit bigger. We keep this here because we kind of like the waterfall effect and we can actually grow some plants in it. And we're sort of like propagating our pothos. And then like I took a plant and just put it in there. So like that's a use for this. And it's kind of cool like that. But I don't know if this is great for beta fish. I think that this is just too little space for me personally. And that video, it got like 100 hearts on it. It's the #1 video on that listing. Like I'm out competing everyone by a large margin. And I've made a lot of sales from it. I think a couple things are happening. I think a lot of people watch it and they're like, oh, good, he's honest. Finally, for once, and they click like. And then other people watch it and they're like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. And then they just buy it anyways. But because all the people who were like, wow, thank goodness he's honest, because all of those people watched it, liked it, all that stuff, I've risen to the top of the algorithm. So I'm the #1 video telling people, yeah, you probably don't really want this for your beta fish. And there's plenty of people who disagree with me who are just buying it anyways.
The other part about that too is like, this is like my own little conspiracy on stuff like this, is that no matter how good your video is, regardless of the video is to earn the commission. You earn the commission by being the last video they watched. The last video that they watched could have been a horrible video, and that's why they stopped watching videos and then went and bought the item anyways. So sometimes it could just be the fact that yours was the last one that they watched. Not maybe
Yep.
in that scenario there, but
Yep.
in any scenario. It doesn't
Oh,
have to be a good
100%.
video for it to have been the last one they watched. It could have been they watched yours and they're like, all right, I've had enough of these videos. Like, I'm done. I'm just going to buy this thing anyways. And they buy it,
Yeah.
and then you earn the commission because you were the last one they watched.
Yep. Michelle asks another good question. Are the brands reaching out to you or are you reaching out to them? It depends. In the situation of YouTube and Instagram or Facebook, they are reaching out to me 100% of the time. In the situation of Creator Connections, what we were just talking about, we are reaching out to them and they hardly ever are reaching out to you. You follow that up with how do you know that they are real? Lots of spam out there. So I think you might have a misconception because, and you talked about TikTok. First, TikTok is the worst place. There is just so much like, man, you get a lot of messages. But with that said, basically 0% of the messages you receive on TikTok are fake scams. Like all of those are real brands and they all want you to make a video for them. They might not give you a product for free, but TikTok is a horrible inbox. Instagram is a much better inbox. You don't get the same, it's not the same level of like TikTok does get, now they're all real, but it does get pretty spammy. And many of them are just like, oh, buy our thing and then promote it. And they're not actually sending you anything. Instagram is quite a bit different. Instagram functions more like an inbox, like an email, whereas TikTok is just like a billboard where they're just throwing everything at you. So yeah, I don't bother with like brand correspondence on TikTok because it's just a horrible platform for that. Are products generic or brand name? Both. If our video was the last video watch, can they just watch a few seconds of the video when they still get commission? This is a debated topic, and no one knows with 100% certainty. There's some people out there who give very definitive answers, like, oh, it must be 50% of the video, or it must be 30 seconds, or it must be 10 seconds. In reality, no one knows what the heck Amazon counts or doesn't count. They don't tell us anywhere. There's no documentation of this at any point. There's just sort of opinions, and my opinion is they probably have to watch, if it's like our super short video, there's probably like a minimum watch time. And if it's a longer video, there's probably like a watch percentage. That's my theory, but can I prove that? No, I can't. And we don't know what any of that stuff is. And it's also like, it's one of those things that you think about and you question, but it doesn't actively change anything that you do, because that's whether I know the answer to that or not, that doesn't actually affect my recording of the videos in any way. So good question. Yes, at this stage, is my goal just to spam Amazon with videos and don't overthink stuff? That's pretty much your goal at every stage. Is turn your brain off and just make your videos. Yeah, 100%. That's my opinion.
And one little thing I want to touch on, because we're talking about cross posting and all of that. Here's the thing with Amazon, right? Like, if you're talking about cross posting and putting on Amazon, on YouTube or Instagram or anything like that, you are responsible as the creator, responsible for driving traffic to that. So if your account only gets 100 views on a video, you're only getting 100 views on there. Now, when you're on Amazon, you're literally hands off. All you have to do is worry about the video, right? Get the video up. Amazon's already taken care of the traction to the video itself. Now, the good thing about when they're on Amazon is that they're already there looking for that product. They're already interested in it. They're not like having something thrown in their face where they're like, oh, another product in my face, right? Like they were literally they probably searched that product and were, maybe debating between A, B, and C. But they're already there looking for it, and the traffic is already being driven there. So your biggest bang for your buck is just worry about Amazon. I've done the whole YouTube thing. I've actually lost 2 YouTube channels, which is a whole different story. But the YouTube's never really brought much. Sure, I had one account, my first one, which was the better of the 2 accounts. I had probably about maybe 700-ish videos. I was making roughly around 500 a month. I put a lot of work into that, and I ended up losing it. But at the same time, the amount of work that I put into it, I probably was into it for extra money than what I was actually making. Just because of the amount of hours and time spent into it with like my VAs, creating we're a little bit more automated now, but with MSP or MIP, but I wouldn't really invest much of your time into these other platforms more than just the one click and getting it up and gone, up and posted. focus on just getting more videos made for the Amazon platform itself because that's where the traffic is. Already looking at the product. You're not responsible for driving the traffic. You're literally just responsible for getting a video up. So I don't know what if we want to get into my little. I was gonna do like a basic video editing for those that may not be able to do or want to do or can do one and done. I don't know if we have time for that. I mean, it's 9:30. We've already been on here for an hour and a half. I mean,
Well, we could always shift that to next week with the
sure,
YouTube cross posting and stuff. Yeah,
sure.
like
Because I mean, what I'd probably end up doing would probably. I mean, we're probably talking at a minimum of 15 minutes. So
yeah. So maybe we just open it up with any other questions that you guys
sure,
have.
I'm okay with that. I mean, I can go on a little spiel too if nobody's got any questions. Um, if nobody has questions, do we have questions? I'm sorry. I think we
I
do.
think we've covered everything.
I'll go into a little spiel about just being like a newer content creator. Sure, you guys may follow me on Instagram. I have a ton of content. I'm always posting content. There'll be days I'll post 10 reels in a day. But 2 years ago, that's not who I was, right? Like I was very not so much social media at all. I still to this day don't even have Facebook. Like um, I wasn't on Instagram. I wasn't showing my face. Like the more you do this stuff, the more comfortable you're going to become at it, and it's going to become more natural. The less you think about who actually cares about your video, the better. There's a few people that I follow on Instagram that have kind of like I've been learning from over the years of just basically like literally you are your own biggest problem and getting in your own way where people that are watching these videos don't care. They're not even there to judge. They're there to learn something about the product that they're potentially going to be spending their hard-earned money on. So when it comes to like, oh, I don't want to look like an idiot on there, like look like an idiot. That will help you actually, I think. So just get out of your comfort zone and just post the damn video, right? Like make the video, post the video. It really doesn't matter at the end of the day. Your goal is to post a video. You're not making friends with these people, nor will you ever meet them, see them, know who they are, or if they even watched it. So try to just, get into the video itself. I think one of the comments earlier was something about, I forget what it was, but just doing something that you can be like passionate about, right? I think it was Annie that said something about like, oh, I'm not quite a monotone and such. Like, find something that you are into, right? Like me, I absolutely love electronics. I love gadgets, and that's one of the pitches that I give to brands. Like I love things that solve a problem. And so with that said, like that kind of like umbrellas a lot of different things, right? But if we go into like, phone stands and, uh tripods and microphones and, computer stuff, like I don't need to know much about it, nor do I have to like learn about it. Like I can show emotion into it. Like if I'm just talking monotone, maybe it's because I'm not comfortable with the product, right? Like throw me in the kitchen with I don't know, whatever it is. Like it's just not my comfort zone. So try to do stuff that like you can show some passion and like some emotion into, and I think that that can really help just get comfortable behind the camera. That's my little spiel.
No, I think it's good advice. I mean, I think we're our own, like I talked to Nate about this, like because I got approved for AIP almost 2 years ago and then got sidelined pretty quickly. And then I just kept getting in my way, like thinking, oh, this is gonna take so much time. It's gonna be like I don't know that I can do it. Like all this other, I had so much going on. And like once I just was like, I'm just gonna do it and just do it and stop thinking about like making perfect videos or worrying about being on screen and people seeing me and not liking an overweight mid 50s woman. Like, once I got all that out of my head, like it's just been crazy what we've accomplished in 11 weeks. Like, and we're not even like going gangbusters with it. Like, this is a side gig for us. After we work all day in the warehouse, like this is what we're doing in the evenings and the weekends. So, if we're dedicating full time to this, like I think we could be, you know, there's no telling where we'd be. Um, so yeah, I think it's just really good advice. Like you can't worry about how you're perceived or anything else. Just do it.
As a little side note, little fun fact, I'm gonna sound like a poser when I say this too. I'm sorry, guys. I swear I really do this stuff on a daily basis. For those of you that may not know or do know, I just spent the last 6 weeks traveling all over the East Coast. I have been, because my number one income is reselling, and so I've been traveling all over the place. I did not do as many AIP products as I should have, or videos as I should have, even though I was having stuff requested to friends' houses, even on the go. I just didn't do the volume that I should have been doing to like really maintain things. But with that said, there's a positive out of this. Being that I probably only got roughly between 30 and 50 videos uploaded in a 6 week period. Um, Now that I'm back home and, ready to grind stuff back up, my commissions are no different than they were 6 weeks ago, which is insane to me. Because there is no other place that you can go and work at that I know of that you can literally take 6 weeks off of and still have the same income as you were at last week, especially on a commission base. So, with that being said, like you can do this at your own pace, at your own level, whatever it might be. If if life happens and you have to take 3 weeks off, a month off, like I wouldn't worry about that. You can still maintain your commission level. Now, I think that with time, your commissions are going to start to go down. Mine haven't gone up, but they also haven't gone down. I did post some stuff. But with that said, like you can do this at the level of which fits your schedule. And I think that that's really important to not like be overwhelmed. Like, oh, I have to do this. I have to do that. Like, yes, worry about getting the videos uploaded. Worry about making the videos. Worry about, doing brand outreach. And then just try to get them up as you can. And, if life happens again, like you can take a little bit of time off. And it's not going to be detrimental to your account. Sure, it's not going to be necessarily growing, but you're not going to lose full momentum in a short period of time like that. I don't know, maybe Nate has something on this, but like, I think that once you may get into like, maybe month two or so, like things are going to eventually go down. I don't know really at what point that was. I was very surprised after even 6 weeks that I'm still maintaining where I was. I actually stopped looking at it for a week. I was like, oh man, I don't want to look at this. But then I came back and I looked at it. I was like, holy crap, we're still right where we left off. Like it was amazing. So
Yeah, I totally agree. It's such a cool business that you can kind of come and go as you please. And I really liked that you can do this part-time. You can be like have a full-time job or have other businesses, things like that, and just kind of dabble in this, do a couple videos because there's no like big overhead costs. I don't have to like float a bunch of inventory. I don't need all these expensive tools and things like that. Um, so there's very little overhead. So you can just dabble in it. But if you want to go all in, I was going to share my screen here. If you do want to go all in, like this is my own rolling past 30 days right there. That's what I've done in the past rolling 30 days. Okay, and that's not like I'm not trying to like brag. That's just like if you take this serious, if you go full time with this, you can you can make this a six-figure business relatively easily. It's like it's hard work, but it's very simple. Once you sort of get like, oh yeah, I just take a video of everything and stop overthinking it, and I don't need to spend an hour making a video for a shoe, and I can just spend 5 minutes making a video for a shoe. I mean, okay, there's a time and a place to make an hour-long video if you're doing something high end, but I mean, so much of this is just like just stop thinking and just start doing. So yeah, how many videos would I recommend? There's no answer to that. It doesn't matter. How much money do you want to make? Do you want to make a little money? Then make a couple videos. Do you want to make a lot of money? Make a lot of videos. There's not like there's no like set amount. Amazon doesn't require. It's not like, oh, you must make 10 videos in order to. No, there's no requirement like that. So how many
I'll
would
say for us personally, we just set a goal, like it was a personal goal. I was like, I think we can do 50 videos a week. Because I was like, we have full-time jobs, like there's two of us, that's only 25 videos a piece. Like that's 3 to 4 videos a day. So we're talking 15, 20 minutes of work. we have exceeded that, which is great. Um, but like if we don't hit it, it's nothing, the Earth's not gonna, stop rotating.
Yeah.
Like, but we just did that, like, and we are like paying attention to it because what we're trying to stack that so we see that snowball effect that we're seeing, and we're seeing that snowball effect because we have paid attention and done it. But if you can only make 20 videos a week, maybe it's just you, like make 20 then. Like do what you can.
I think the consistency is what's going to win on this one.
Yeah, and just it also I would say like capitalize on opportunities. So like when we met with Ito in Vegas, Nate, I was cracking up with Nate because like Nate was videoing everything as we walked around Vegas. If there was a TV on the wall, he videoed it. If there was a speaker in a park, like he was videoing it. Like he was videoing glasses and silverware, like everything, because he was just taking the opportunity. Like there's a product, I'm on the
I
video.
actually sold a bunch of those silverware recently.
You know what? I did salt and pepper shakers from the airport, and I've already sold those a couple of times. And it was a
Yep.
restaurant in an airport, but they had a $70 pair of salt and pepper shakers on the table. So, like, okay. And I think it's just making the most of the opportunities you have. So, like, some days you may not make any videos, and other days you might make 10 or 12. Like, you just, you just gotta, and you have to think about it differently. And I think that's what opened my eyes when Nate was doing that. I was like, whoa, wait, okay, so like I was thinking once I have, and like I'll be honest, like I don't have as much stuff in my home as most people do because I lost everything in a fire a few years back, and I haven't replaced a lot of it. The vast majority of it I haven't replaced. Like I live very, very, very minimalistic right now. So outside of my remodel, there's like two or three things in a room. Like there's not decorations, there's not like there's just
Tracy, give it another year, your house is going to be filled.
no, no, no. That stuff is not staying in my house. We have an exit plan for all of that stuff. Like I love living minimalistic. It's been great for
I'm
me.
jealous. I'm looking
Yeah.
all around me right now. There's so many
Yeah, I
products
can't
around me, even like done and completed ones. There's just
I
so
can't do
much.
it anymore because like I well, that's another long story. But just like I have a long story about a beta fish one day, we'll have to tell that story. Next time we're in Vegas, I'll have to tell you guys that story. Um, but yeah, I mean, I just you have to take the opportunities and thinking about that, like I have some opportunities that I have not leveraged. Our warehouse sits in a complex with one, two, four other warehouses. One of them is an RV storage and repair center. There are about 50 RVs parked around me at all given times. All I really need to do is go talk to that guy and say, is there anybody that would let me go in the RV and video what's inside or outside? Then I have a van conversion place next to me that converts like Sprinter vans, same thing. And I have two medical supply places. Like, think one of them supplies hospice, so like beds and like all the medical equipment. Like, the opportunity there is huge, and I just haven't leveraged it yet. Just because a lot of it, I don't have time right now because we already have enough to do, but it's something I want to do. So just you have to kind of look around, go to your friends and neighbors, film their stuff like, "Hey, you're cleaning out your garage. Do you mind if I come in and video some stuff?" Like, and I'll help you clean, like whatever. Thanks, Maddie. Thanks for joining. So yeah, just get at it. Just don't think about it too much and just do it. All right, guys. Any last thoughts?
No, I got a whole bunch of videos here. I got to get going on those. So
Yeah, and obviously Nate does
Same.
too. He's holed up. I'm at my mom's. I'm visiting a vendor tomorrow, but plan to do some video content here while I'm with my mom. So
nice.
yeah.
Don't forget to scour the kitchen. I'm sure there's
Yeah,
lots of goodies in
yeah,
there.
yeah. All right. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate you putting up with us without Ito. So hopefully I'm sure he'll be back next week. So take care, everyone.
And don't forget tomorrow, the reseller MI or MSP webinar will be tomorrow at 6:30 Eastern time.
Eastern.
Yep.
Yes.
So
6:30
if you're a
Eastern.
reseller, you can join that call as well.
All right. Take care, everyone.
Bye, guys.